Alright, hello YouTubers. Alright, so today I'm doing a quick review on these Hi-Tec Trailblazer mid 200s. Now I recently won these in a contest from Camping Gear TV, which if you don't watch them, you should watch them and sub to them. Real good channel for current outdoor products, and they're good guys, ball of laughs, and good information all around. Anyway, so I won these boots. Now, typically Hi-Tec's not a boot that I would normally buy. I've been a pretty big fan of the Sportivas and Scarpas. I have a pretty narrow foot, and or I don't like to think of myself as having a narrow foot. I like to think of myself as a normal foot and not a big fat American foot. So, but you know, that's all the speculation. Anyways, so I got these boots from these guys, or I won them from them. Hi-Tec sent them out to me, and I just wanted to kind of get them in front of the camera before I got them out and got them dirty. It's actually raining today, so after tonight, they'll have water spots on them. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how the finish holds up. Anyways, my initial impression of these boots is pretty good. They feel sturdy. They're insulated, and so they've got a little bit of weight to them. When I held them in my hand, they felt pretty heavy. When I compared them to my Scarpas, they're pretty similar. And I think part of that is the Scarpas have a heavier bottom, but that's not a bad thing. It being a nice light boot is good. Now, I intend on wearing these every day, walking to work and back, and using them at my job. Now, this is what I typically do with almost all boots that I have. I wear them at least some point of the year at work. So I generally get a pretty good beat down on boots. So, yeah, let's get into some of the information about this. This is a new outdoor line. I believe this is a new type of line for them. I also got a jacket, and I think they're kind of leaning more towards not just everyday apparel, but maybe some heavier outdoor stuff. Like, these are insulated, so for the wintertime now, it's going to be a perfect deal. Anyway, so the information on it is as described: weathered nubuck leather upper, thermo dry, waterproof, insulated construction, which I just assume the thermo dry is just their proprietary waterproof. I don't believe it's a sock. When I pulled the insoles out, you can see a liner on the bottom. Not exactly how they do their waterproofing, what their thermo dry is, but I'll look into that some more as I have the boots, and I'll keep you updated on how the wear and everything goes with these guys. Anyway, so moving right along, 200 grams of thin slate insulation, which is probably all you'd ever need in a boot. Contoured custom metal hardware. I don't know what would make it custom. It is pretty fancy though. If you look at all this, it looks good. All the rivets look nice. In general, the condition of the boot, the build is pretty good on it. Molded rubber toe cap for protection, which is good. I think all boots, that's pretty necessary in all boots. Synthetic heel abrasion resistant panel for protection, which is this guy right here, which I also like. Comfort Tech contoured sock liner. Now, there is a pretty soft finish on the inside. I assume that's what that is. Like I say, you guys, I'm not super familiar with Hi-Tec as a company. Injection molded EVA midsole for cushioning, which is this guy, and Vibram carbon rubber outsole. Alright, so there's their information on it. I do like this Vibram bottom. I've seen this before where it's got this softer stuff in it that aids in traction. And Vibram always does good soles. They're pretty widespread these days, but I've still yet to really see one that I don't like. These actually look really similar to the bottom of the Chameleons. But anyways, maybe that's just the shape. Construction on this is pretty good. The glue line, which I've seen in other boots, even a little bit higher end boots, is a little shoddy. Now I don't think I think the penetration's good, and just sometimes in the molding the glue leaks. If you look around here, you'll see where you get a little bit of seepage. I've seen that in higher end boots. I don't expect it to be too much of a problem. All the stitching looks good. It's consistent and clean. Looking through the boot, I haven't seen any that I thought was weird. You got your end stitching comes out there, which is a little strange to me, but we'll see how it goes. Typically, I'd want to see that finished on the inside. There is also a seam right there. I don't think it should give any problem. Like I say, I don't know exactly how the waterproofing works on this. Typically with most companies, it's a sock that's on the inside, but along the bottom of the boot, I could see where the sock didn't complete through. I could just not be seeing it right, though. But anyways, my overall impressions of this boot is good. The build quality seems adequate. I'm not actually sure. Let me see here real quick. The quality of this boot seems to be within. I mean, I'd certainly put up against North Face or Columbia or anything like that. As far as Scarpa La Sportiva, that's a different thing, and I would say they're probably in a different price bracket also. But I'll see here in a second. But so far I'm happy with the nubuck. Seems to be fine. When I touch it, you can see it. I'll see here very soon. In fact, momentarily, I'll be out in the rain in them. How the nubuck holds up. You can see some weird, it's a minor little blemish right there in it, but that's nothing big. Certainly to me, it's not something I would care about. Let's see here. Trying to find price on these guys. $120. So that's a pretty good range. Can't remember how much my Scarpas are. I think they're definitely more than that. So for a $120 boot, I think initially impressions, I think you're getting a good boot. Like I said, the build quality seems to be fine. And for $120, I think you're looking at a pretty good boot here. Now, as time goes on, one of the reasons I've got this up is I want to be able to show wear in these. I don't know how. That feels pretty soft to me, but we'll see. Most of the boots that I've bought in the past several years have a much deeper lug than this. Now, this might hold up a little bit better, and those are kind of the price points that you'll often see. A difference in, the sole has a lot to do with the boot as far as lifetime of the boot. But anyways, I'm going to give it a good fair run. My initial impressions seem fine. I think for a $120 boot, I think it's probably a good boot. And I certainly thank the guys at Hi-Tec and Camping Gear TV for giving me the opportunity to try them out. And yeah, I'll let you guys know exactly what I think about them. So have a good day, get outdoors, and make your own food.